Namaste everyone. This is regarding today's homework ascending and descending order. So let's begin with the first concept ascending order. Ascending order means smallest to biggest. So here first problem is given like this 7, 2, 9, 4 and 1. So ask your child which is the smallest number among these 5 numbers. If they are able to tell 1, then cross the number 1 and let them write number 1 here. So remaining 4 numbers 7, 2, 9 and 4. So next I'll ask the child which is the smallest among these four numbers. If they're telling 2, then cross the number and write 2 here. So remaining 3 numbers 7, 9 and 4. Ask the child which is smallest among these 3 numbers. If they are able to tell 4, then let them write 4 in the third block. So remaining 2 numbers 9, 7 and 9. Ask the child which is smallest among these 2 numbers. If they're telling 7, then allow them to write 7 here. And the last remaining number is 9. So 9 comes here. Suppose if the child is not able to understand this concept or not able to tell which is the smallest among these 5 digits, so we'll use the another method. Okay, so now let's start like this. Ask the child to compare the first 2 digits. Which is the smallest among these 2 digits? Now they are easily able to tell 7 is smallest or 2 is smallest. So if the child is telling 2, then compare the smallest number to the next digit. So here 2 and 9 is there. Which is smallest among these 2 is 2. Again go for the next digit 2 and 4. Ask the child which is the smallest among 2 and 4. So here 2 is the small. Again go for the next number. So last number 2 and 1. So which is smallest among 2 and 1 is 1. Then cross the number and write 1 here. So remaining are 4 numbers 7, 2, 9 and 4. So ask your child again the same method 7 and 2 which is smallest among these two. So here 2 is the smallest. Compare the smallest number to the next digit. Here 2 and 9 are there. So among 2 and 9 the smallest number is 2. So now again with the smallest number compare the next digit. Here 2 is there, 4 is there. Which is smallest among 2 and 4? So 2 is small number here. Let the child write 2 in the next block. Okay, so now remaining 7, 9 and 4. Ask the child which is the smallest among 7 and 9. So they are easily able to tell now in the among 7 and 9, 7 is the smallest number. So with the smallest number compare the next number. So 7 and 4 are there. So which is the smallest number here? 4 is the smallest compared to 7. So let cut the number and write the 4 here. So remaining the 2 numbers. Compare the 2 numbers. Which is the smallest among 7 and 9? 7 is the smallest number. So cross the 7 and allow the child to write 7 in the next block. So remaining last number is 9. So like in this method you can make the child to understand the smallest to biggest ascending order. Now let's move to the next concept descending order. Descending order means biggest to smallest. Ask your child among these 5 numbers which is the biggest number. 3 is there, 9 is there, 1, 6, 4. Suppose the child is able to tell 9 is the biggest number. Allow the child to write 9 in the first block. So now remaining 4 numbers 3, 1, 6, 4. So ask your child which is the biggest among 3, 9, 1, 6, 4. So 6 is the next biggest number. Cross the number and allow the child to write 6 here. So now the remaining 3 numbers 3, 1 and 4. So here among 3, 1 and 4, 4 is the biggest number. Cross the number 4 and allow the child to write 4 in the next block. Remaining 2 digits 3 and 1. So which is biggest among them? So 3 is the biggest among them. So allow the child to write 3 in the next block and the remaining 1 is last. Okay, so in this method you can ask the child which is the biggest to smallest number. So if they are able to tell, then you can make them write directly. So suppose the child is not able to understand biggest to smallest concept descending order, then we can go for the next method. Here, ask your child to compare the first 2 digits. So 3 is there, 9 is there. Which is biggest among 3 and 9? So here, they can easily able to tell 9 is the biggest number. So next, compare the 9 with the next digit. So 9 is there, 1 is. Which is the biggest number? 9 is the biggest number. So now, take the 9, compare with the another number. So 9 is there, 6 is there. Which is biggest among 9 and 6? Here again, 9 is the biggest number. Now, compare the 9 with the last digit 4. 9 and 4, which is the biggest number? 9 is the biggest number. So here, so first number will come as 9. Allow the child to write 9 in the first block. Now let the child to compare the remaining digits. Like first take the 3, 3 compared to 1, which is the biggest number. 3 is the biggest number. Next, compare the 3 with the 6. So 3 is the 6 is the here. Among 3 and 6, 6 is the biggest number. So now consider the biggest number and compare it with the next remaining number. So 6 and 4. Among 6 and 4, 6 is the biggest number. Cross the number 6 and allow the child to write 6 in the next block. So now the remaining numbers 3, 1 and 4. So in among 3 and 1, which is the biggest? 3 is the biggest. So consider this number, compare with the remaining number. 3 is there, 4 is there. Which is biggest? 4 is the biggest number. So cross the digit 4 and allow the child to write 4 in the next block. So remaining numbers are 3 and 1. Here compared to 3 and 1, 3 is the biggest number. Allow the child to cross the 3 and write here 3. The last remaining number is 1. This is how we can able to teach the kid from biggest to smallest. This is the easy method to make them understand descending order. Thank you.